Today, we're talking about Wait a minute, do I look weird? I look weird, don't I? But I don't care, because I think I look pretty darn good. Welcome to Reid's Room. How you doing? I'm great, thanks for asking. Today we're talking about... What am I talking about? Okay. I'm in a Bible class. La Biblia classo. I don't speak Spanish. I take a Bible class in my high school I go to, and we're talking about right now marriage, relationships, friendships, romantic relations, all that good stuff. Basically love. Everything has to do with love. We had a conversation, right? And my teacher had like these 8 questions that he wanted to ask the class, and just to see what our responses would be like. So I asked my teacher, I was like, excuse me, sir, can you tell me what those questions were again? He gave me the questions. So I have 8 questions. I'm going to answer them. And then in a future video, I'm going to either hold a Zoom meeting with my friends, and I'm going to ask them the same questions. But as of right now, it's just gonna be me and you. There's only one right person in the world for me to marry. No. Next question. I'm kidding. No, I do not believe that there's only one person in the world that's right for me to marry. That would be kind of awful if you think about it. I live in America, and it just so happens that that one person that I'm meant to marry lives in Russia, where they speak an entirely different language, a whole different culture, and there's like no way for me to get there, and no way for her to get to here. 1, there's a language barrier. 2, societal barrier, maybe. And 3, it just doesn't seem plausible. I'm pretty sure there are other people that have the same kind of mindsets and ideals that I care about. And it would kind of be limiting to just say, oh, only this one person can have that, and everyone, all the other millions of other women in the world, no. So yeah, number 2. Why did my location just start acting up? Mr. FBI agent, I'm fine. You can turn, thank you. Yeah, it just turned off. Yeah, we get each other. Most marriages can work if both people are committed. That's a toughie. I'd say yes and no. I would probably need to say yes. A marriage can work if both people are committed, because it takes 2 people for a marriage to work. If one person is doing all the work in a marriage, doing all the fixing and all the caring, the loving, and the helping, that marriage is not gonna last very long, because you can't have anything that's one-sided. There has to be a balance, which is why I think a marriage is like a partnership. You do everything together. Who am I to say anything, because I'm just an 18-year-old kid that doesn't, 18-year-old man that has not experienced the confines of marriage and the beauty of whatever that could be. So I'm looking from the outside in, based off of everything I've learned of marriage in my 18 years on earth. So yeah. Number 3, affairs are only physical. That's an interesting question. No. Have you ever heard of an emotional affair? Have you? One person or 2 people break the vows that they make with their significant other, go off and do some other stuff with some other person, and that's what an affair is. In my case, I could still physically be with my wife, but if I'm not feeling it, and I have a friend that's a female and feeling my wife, and I'm like, oh, how you doing? But not actually doing anything physical with her, just bonding with her on an emotional level. The bond I should be doing in my marriage, that's still cheating. Next question. Number 4, numero dos, tres, cuatro. Oh, numero cuatro. That's right, I know Spanish. I'm bilingual. I don't really listen to the advice of my parents when it comes to dating. I know what I want. How did he know this? Yes and no. I have to be careful about the way I answer this, because my parents watch this channel. Hi, Ma. Hi, yeah. Of course I do. There's always a piece of advice that my parents, usually my dad, has to offer to me when we're talking about relationships or future relationships, about either finding a wife or just someone that I'm dating right now. My dad would give me advice, things to go on, and I would be like, interesting. But actually what he was saying made sense, and it would work later on throughout that process. So yes, I do listen. So I'm a little skeptic of certain things that they have to say, but they know more than I do. I can admit that because they've been on this earth a lot longer than I have. But anyway, next question. Number 5. I can't trust my heart when it comes to love. I need to also think with my head. That is very true. Number 5, good question. Our society says, follow your heart. No, your heart's gonna get you in some trouble. Big trouble. If I followed my heart, the feelings I felt, no. You gotta think before you act. You gotta think while you're acting. You have to think just about every moment of every second, every day. You gotta think of the future. You can't just think of in the moment, really. The thoughts gotta go over the feelings. Next question. If I pray about my relationships, I know God will help guide me. That is a very true statement, and that is something that's very scary for a lot of people. A lot of people do not want to pray to God about certain things because they know that in their minds, God is going to point them in a direction that they do not want to go down. Either it's the direction that they're scared of, or they know that they're doing something wrong, and God's like, no. If you pray about relationships earnestly, if you actually ask God to help you with pretty much anything, He will help you and understand what He wants you to do and why you want to do it a little bit. It's not gonna come the answer's not gonna come in a way that you would expect. Usually it's not even in our time frames. But the point is, ask Him, He'll help you. Just don't expect for it to happen immediately. Patience is a virtue. Oh no, it's almost done. Okay, number 7. The purpose of dating is to find a life partner. Yes, at least for me, yes. For some people, dating is something that's just quote unquote the flavor of the month. No. The purpose of dating for me is to find a life partner, find someone to marry, find someone to love, and to take care of. But that whole process of dating is to figure out what you like, what you don't like. And I've had both of those experiences, what I like and what I don't like. I have more of an understanding of what I like my wife to be like. And of course, it's not just gonna be like, oh, I want my wife to be like this, X, Y, and Z, and make the perfect wife. It's also something that has to do with me too as a person. I have to change a lot of things. I have to change my character. I'm a very selfish person, butt-headed, very stubborn. I have to do a lot of work. I just have to pray to God for Him to make me into the person that is going to be good for a wife. I mean, if you think about it, I can marry just anybody. But that's not what I want to do. I want to have a relationship, a family that will learn to take on the challenges of life, love God earnestly, and to love each other. You know, preparing for God's kingdom. You know. Number 8, final question. Love is a decision more than a feeling. Ooh. Oh, this was the one where we had like a lot of people. They were like, what are you talking about? No, sir. No, ma'am. Yeah, there was a lot going on in that class period. Love is a decision more than a feeling. Is that a yes or no? I would say yes. Love is a decision more than a feeling. I can feel attracted to you. I can feel a desire to be with you. I have to make a decision if I'm going to act on those desires, act on those feelings. I can choose to love someone or not. I can choose to love you. I can choose to hate you. I can choose not to even having to do anything to do with you. I could learn to love someone, so to speak. I have learned to love people because certain people I just did not see in a certain way, and it took some time for us to get to know each other, and it turned out to be something great. So love is a decision. It is a decision in the long haul. And that goes for anyone, really. It goes for your your siblings, your parents, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins. You have to decide if you're going to love your family. You have to decide if you're going to love your friends. You have to decide to love your significant other. it's a day-to-day process. You do that through your actions, you do that through your thoughts, and just the way you treat other people. That's pretty much all I have to say about is love a decision. Yes, it's a decision more than a feeling. All right, that's all 8. I don't want it to end, but it's over. It's so sad. I have work to do. What am I doing? You didn't think you'd be talking about love in Reid's room, did you? I have not experienced love in ways that I have talked about in this video, but I have experienced love in other ways I've talked about in this video. So it's a, if you use anything in this video to help you with your relationships, don't credit me. It can go yay or nay. So I had nothing to do with that. Anyway. Oh, look at that. Subscribe to Reid's room. It's telling me to tell you to subscribe to Reid's room because this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you did. You should totally like it because I know you did. I know you liked it because you're still watching it right now as I speak, as I'm going out to the outro. I really think you would like the rest of my videos that are gonna be coming out soon. Because they're very special. But I'm gonna go now, so thank you again for watching. Subscribe to Reid's room and watch all my other videos before you go. I mean, well, before you go, but as you're leaving, so you can. What am I doing with my hands? Okay, I'm gonna go.